Well, hey everyone, I want to welcome you back to another episode of the Exhibition Podcast. And today we're venturing into the barrel racing world. We've got a couple of guests here today to talk about the Angels Among Us Memorial Barrel Race. And our guests are Marina Eckert and Randal Stockall. Did I get that right?
You did.
Well, welcome to the Exhibition Podcast. Thanks so much for being here with us today. We have a short background relative to some of the other people that we've had on as guests, but I really look forward to this conversation today. You were kind enough last year with some of your winter series to let us come out to the arena, do some test work so that we were ready for last year's introductory into the barrel racing world. And of course, one of those big events on the calendar for us was your Angels Among Us event. And so I look forward to talking about the history of that. I'm curious, have you been barrel racing for your whole life?
Pretty much my whole life. I've been on a little bit of a hiatus with motherhood and adulthood.
But got started when you were young.
I don't remember a time that I didn't have a horse.
Yeah.
So.
It's fabulous.
Little spoiled, maybe.
And now, is this fair? Like, you've ridden for quite a few years. Like, wait, are you a bit of a legend within the barrel racing world? Is that fair to say, or am I embarrassing you now?
A legend in my own mind, maybe.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. I got my first horse when I was 12. We moved from Saskatchewan to Alberta, and the first thing you do when you move to Alberta is get a pair of cowboy boots and a cowboy hat.
Yeah.
And hopefully mommy and daddy will buy you a horse.
Ah.
And that's pretty much how it happened.
You were lucky. Where in Saskatchewan were you coming from?
Moose Jaw.
You were coming from the jaw.
Everywhere. Yeah.
It moved around.
Yeah.
And then where did you land in Alberta at that point?
Colehurst.
In Colehurst.
Yeah, just north of Lethbridge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. And you're still in that area. So have you remained in southern Alberta then, your whole
pretty much, yeah,
since Alberta
12
experience?
Yeah.
Well, that's great. And so you're not in the south. You must have grown up in the Colehurst, Lethbridge.
Yeah, right up to high school. Did my stint at Olds College, 3 years of a 2-year course. It was real great. Came home, followed a boy all the way through from Whitecourt to Edmonton, and now we're residing in Olds.
Okay.
Really great horse community around there. Just a lot of different type of equine adventures going on in that area.
They've been in the social media news lately a little bit, right?
As a member of the SCOC, I cannot comment on that.
Okay, yeah, well, that's out of bounds. Yeah. I'm only going with what I see showing up online. I'm not super up to speed on that. One of our recent guests, Jeff Hoare, had gone to Olds College and had been a part of that. But that was before, I think, sort of things went a little sideways. So we haven't talked about it on the podcast, and we don't need to today. But no, it's a neat community, actually. I have roots back in, this is a hockey podcast. I don't know if I told you that or Mark mentioned it to you.
Grizzlies.
Speaking of Mark, hey, let's just say a quick hi to Mark. We got Mark on the camera here today as well.
Howdy, folks.
And so, no, I lost a national championship in Olds. It was heartbreaking. Double overtime. I was playing junior A hockey in Kelowna. And Olds was hosting the national championship, and they were a better team than us. But in the finals, we outplayed them. They scored in the last minute, controversial goal to tie it up. We go to overtime, double overtime, and their winning goal. If anyone of our hockey fans out there were from that team, I'm sorry. That goal, the overtime goal, should not have counted. So we lost, don't have a ring, but it was still great. Olds was awesome. The fans that came out, like, that arena was so unbelievably loud for a small town, and it was pretty cool.
Do they still have those great big huge stuffed grizzly bears on the wall in the rink?
Not on the wall in the rink. They do have a grizzly statue out by the concession.
Oh, okay.
That is definitely a spot to stop and take a picture with. Yeah.
So, to me, as an outsider, just coming into sort of last year and seeing what was happening with some of the events that we covered, including yours and Royal Crown. But I feel like what my sense is that the barrel racing community and the industry is extremely strong. Has that been the case for all of time, or is that something that's been growing? Or maybe I'm wrong, but that's my observation.
Barrel racing has always been quite large, I think. There's more because of the divisions, I guess, how like the D's that they have,
Yeah.
you know, so you don't have to be like the top person to win money. Like,
Yeah.
so, you know, the D's really help that part out for the beginners.
When was that introduced?
Oh, I'm going to say mid 1990s.
Okay.
In the 1900s.
1900, yeah. Yeah, so it's been quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's been very important for the industry.
I think so. You know, like the good or the tough girls still are tough,
Yeah.
but you know the beginners can get their start and win a little bit of money, some prizes, trinkets, whatever.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, I want to go in a bunch of different directions today, but I feel like we might as well get started talking about your event because it's a very special event. How many years has it been around for? Because I don't believe you were the ones who created it. Is that correct?
2016 was our first
2016, yeah.
first
So
year
you
in
did
Tabor.
create the show then?
There was a team roping down in Medicine Hat, Memory Lane. Great event, and that's kind. I'm going. You know, this is a great event, great idea.
Yeah.
Why isn't there a barrel race?
Yeah.
So it took me a little while to, 3 or 4 years to go, hey, let's do it. And so 2016 we tried it, and we had probably 120 barrel racers.
Which was a big barrel race for us back then.
Yeah, and 16 I think was our first year buckles kind of thing, and then it just kind of blossomed from there.
Yeah.
We our first 2 or 3 years were in Tabor at Bruin's Ranch, and then we went to Fort McLeod and had 1 or 2 years there, and then we've been at Claire's Home West building since then.
Yeah.
So and that's a great facility.
I didn't mention it because it's Claire's Home is a home away from home for us.
Yeah.
And so the fact that, you're there and we get to go work there, we love it. I'm sure you guys, well, you just said it's such a great place. So then I guess this is a celebration year. This is 10th anniversary.
10 years. Yeah, we've been going since 2016. Took a break during that 1 year that nobody talks about anymore.
Right, of course. Yeah.
10 years. Last year was our biggest year. We're gearing up for an even bigger year yet. So far, we've got 40 confirmed buckles. Got a few more people just kind of sitting in the wings, making sure that they're going to be able to come. But it's really exciting. We have everywhere from peewees all the way up to seniors. Like I think our oldest barrel racer last year was 75, 76.
Or 80.
Or 80.
Yeah.
Yeah, our youngest barrel racer was 3.
That's incredible.
Kind of near and dear to my heart, my little Aiden. Running Graham's horse. So
That's awesome.
yeah, it's become a major family affair. My favorite cousin, Charity, she also helps us out and is part of our board. She's kind of our money man
Okay.
and referee every once in a while.
Yeah.
You
Talks
need
us off the
that.
ledge. Yeah.
Well, and so we didn't really talk about the format. So the memorial buckle, that's kind of, you mentioned you have over 40 already for this coming year. How does that work?
So first of all, it started out with I had a friend that passed away, Kim Gravel, and her mom wanted to do a memorial race for her, and I told her my idea. She says, let's do it. So Kim Gravel and my mom and dad, and then Bobby June Radford donated a buckle in her mom's name, Isabel Miller, who is very well known in the barrel racing world. Those are the 3 mainstays, and then we just kind of added. So if you have somebody that you would like to memorialize, I think would be the word, then you pay for the buckle, and we do the work for you. Randal does up a card with their bio on it and a picture, and we order the buckles, of course, and then the buckles are given out on July 1st.
Yeah, so a majority of our buckles end up within the open group. So that's any age, any profession kind of thing. Last year, I think we gave buckles to 8. places in each of our D, and we do five Ds
Yes, in the open.
in the open. And then we gave 4 to the senior and 4 to the youth. And then we had a really great sponsor that gave all of our peewees bags, gift bags, and that this year. I don't know that we're ready to quite announce what we're doing for our peewees, but it's gonna be something real special
Oh, wow.
for them. So yeah, our buckle sponsors, they apply for a buckle. There's like a little quick form that they send in, and then we get their names put on a buckle. Our silversmith, Troy down south,
Yeah.
builds them up for us and ships them up, and it's just, I don't know, seeing all of the shining buckles in some names that have been around for 10 years, a few names that are new each year, which are always sad and heartwarming
Yeah.
at the same time. We always offer our condolences, and like getting the new buckles is never a great feeling, but it's always so special that they want to memorialize them within our barrel race.
Oh, sorry, dude. Can you also expand on that idea of how when a person wins a buckle, they also have a choice in which one that they get, like to honor which person, don't they? Is that how that works?
Yeah, that's super fun. We start with our first place 1D and work all the way through the 1D and then go into the next Ds, and you get to pick the buckle that you want. And sometimes if you're a little bit lower in the placings, you don't necessarily get your first pick, but most people are running for 3 or 4 different people that they have. If you're not able to stay, because it is a very, very long day and a very long weekend, we've even expanded it into 2 days plus a warm-up. You can have somebody there to choose a buckle for you.
Yeah. I just absolutely love the idea. And we've been in conversations of, trying to incorporate something like that for our events. And so this is the first time that we've talked about it on air. I don't know if we'll be ready to do that this year, but it just makes sense. And to me, one of the things as a person who's never won a buckle, but awarded many, they are so special to the person who wins it, and that connection with the memories and the angels among us. Like, I think it's an absolutely fabulous idea. So great for you for bringing it. And obviously, I mean, the numbers of people coming to your show, the number of people who are wanting to have a memory through that buckle obviously speaks to the quality of the idea, but also it does speak to, you've done a very good job in I would say almost in a casual way. It's like it's a blend of casual, professional is my observation, but you really organize your event well. And I know that's not easy. I mean, we produce our own events. We've never organized a barrel race, but that's a part of it too. Like, I see the people in the arena, they're there having fun, having a good time. That's an important part of your event, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, the atmosphere, like I do other barrel racings, like I do a winter series, and the atmosphere at Angels is, for lack of a better word, amazing. Like it just, like people are smiling, people are having fun, like people are heartfelt, hey? Like there's no little nitpicky things. If there is, I don't know about it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Last year was, we tried a new format with the barrel racing, and it ran like clockwork. I think it was probably the best year that we've had ever, until the awards, and then the awards all fell apart. But we're working on that for 2026. We've got some really good ideas. We had a couple ladies make suggestions, and it was something that we had already kind of thought about, but we're going to change it up a little bit so that the awards are kind of separated from the mob of people that stay.
Yeah.
So
It was a very intimate setting. I thought it was awesome.
Did you?
Wow, I'm biased.
Yeah, but like I guess it's like when you get married, sort of thing. Like everything's falling apart, but nobody around you really sees it.
Yeah.
But with our awards, there's a few people that did see it, and they brought it to our attention, and which I am so grateful for.
Right.
I'm always in for, constructive criticism. I don't like to, hear a bunch of bad stuff, but constructive criticism is always good.
It's been 10 years of building and building, and we've gone from a barrel race that gives out buckles in memorial to a production. We have a little bit of a board. Last year we hired Nikki Wazo as our announcer, and he did a really great job of just kind of keeping everything moving along. So Mom and I weren't stuck up in the announcer stand, although sometimes I think we wish that we were.
You jumped on the mic a time or two.
A few times,
Oh, yeah, you like the mic.
we had this really great camera crew that joined us last year that everybody, I think, really enjoyed being able to kind of track the numbers that we're at, be able to watch from home. I know my sister-in-law and my mom and dad-in-law, they were watching from Canmore, and we're like, oh my gosh, you really remember how to barrel race? I said, yeah, I do. Chance did most of the work, but so that, like, just all of these little intricate details that we've been adding over the years has really given us this fantastic template for our 10th anniversary. Like Mom said, we had a few little hiccups with our awards, but in the past it's just been so lickety split and easy with our awards that this year with so many buckles and so many people there, we just almost have to turn it into an awards ceremony this year, which we're hoping to be able to really celebrate our sponsors, our buckle memorials, anybody that sponsors as in a vendor or a corporate sponsorship, and those kind of things, and just really be able to make the end of our event just as special as the event.
And that's hard. I mean, if you're not having those glitches, then in my opinion, then you're not trying hard enough. You're not pushing the envelope, and you are, and you'll solve those issues. And when you do, there'll be more.
Exactly.
It's just, I have a little joke that I use sometimes, and it's meant to be funny. I don't know if it's always received as funny. You're laughing now. I haven't even told you what I say, but no, as first off, we have no business putting on a horse event, and yet we wanted to, and there was a bunch of different reasons why we wanted to do it. But I'm also, personally, I'm always up for a challenge. But people will come by because they'll realize, like, hey, this could be done better, and they'll have an idea, what you could do. And so if I'm feeling a little feisty because I've been working really hard and I know that it's not going perfect, I might say, oh, so in your experience of running a horse show, how did that work?
I like that.
I think it's pretty funny, and I've never run a horse show before. Oh, okay, thank you for the idea, and no, I don't want to discourage people from noticing and giving that constructive feedback like you're saying, but there are practicalities to it, and you learn that while you could make a decision that's good for one scenario, it would solve that problem, the domino effect down the line, it's big usually. And so we're trying hard as show producers to consider as much of that as possible. But in the end, one of our mottos going into our year one is we wanted great ground, which is essential to reining, and we wanted a lot of fun. And anything else that we accomplished was going to be a bonus. And then, just to go back to that comment earlier around the energy and the fun. I mean, to me, what I'm seeing is people are barrel racing because they love their horse, but that greater purpose, that Angels Among Us concept is they're living within the building and you can feel it. And it's really neat.
Absolutely.
Now, you told me, and I missed out last year, not planning on this year, but it's a 2-day event. And so people are camping overnight. You're hitting the campfire after. Because what time do you like to get done? And what does that sort of social atmosphere look like in between the days?
Not so much in between the days, but throughout the days. Like Mom and I, we park pretty close to the door, so we're right there, right in the action. We can get there. But then, as you're walking your horse over to the stalls and that, you'll see these different little groups, and maybe you'll see Dawn sitting with Steph, and they've never really sat down and had a chat. Yeah. And then you'll walk around and there'll be Gwen Sanchi, who is a donor that's been around for quite a few years. She is just our little social butterfly that just kind of bounces around And then at night, things kind of quiet down. People are exhausted because it is a long day and usually either hot or it's Alberta windy. And you have little like fires going and you hear guitars and you hear laughter, and it's just, it's really different than any other rodeo scene that you go to. Mom said like the crowd in the stand is like amazing. It's awesome. It's awe-inspiring. You go to a rodeo and it's electric.
Yeah.
At our jackpots and within our crew, it's just, there's just that really sense of community within the space. Everybody is there for the same reason. It might not necessarily be to win that big paycheck. They're here to win a buckle, spend time with friends, spend time with family, and just have a really great time.
Yeah. How far are people traveling to come to your event?
Oh, goodness.
We have, I think the furthest west is Creston. I might be wrong, but we have Creston, Cranbrook, Fernie, that, because we have a couple buckles for young people actually, and they're really, that one's really sad, eh? Like April, good one. And anyway, and then north, I think like
I think it was Mayerthorpe, Whitecourt last year.
Was there?
Was the lady up there, Washington. We've had people come all the way from down there, and I think in the past even Manitoba. I think we've had a few.
A few
that
from
have come out
Manitoba,
there.
you know, but most southern Alberta, but they're north, like Edmonton, up in that area for sure. Creston. There's a family, Humphreys, that come from Saskatchewan, and I know there's a few others that come from Saskatchewan.
Have you thought about this as a problem, a good problem to have to solve? But would there be a time where there's too many horses, where the day would be too long? Is that something that you could and would have to deal with?
We did last year put a super soft cap on our entries. I'm a event planner by trade, and so you start at your awards and you work your way backwards. Okay, we want to have our awards at 6:00. We need that buffer time. So if it starts at 7, it's not that big deal. Takes us about an hour to run 50 horses. And for the big rake F50, Dave and his crew like to have that 15-20 minute time to just make sure that that ground stays safe. And it's always stayed really safe. So you kind of work your way up. And Mom, what time do you want to wake up on July 1st?
Noon.
And what time can we wake up on July 1st? And how many of those Coors Lights are we having the night before? And then we just kind of work our way up. I think our cap was 400,
Yeah,
and
I
I
think
think
it was
we
400.
allowed 425, give or take,
just
maybe,
blows my mind.
right?
That's incredible.
And then we have a cap of 30 for our peewees.
Yeah.
Those are probably my favorite, most special. They're our up-and-comers. They are...
What is
they're
the
ones
age group? What,
To 10.
to 10.
10,
yeah.
10,
Yeah.
and 10 and
So-
under? Is
Yeah,
Peewee?
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think Aiden was our youngest barrel racer last year, and she was like, she was 3 in September, so she wasn't even 3 yet. So she
A
was
little
2.
bit, yeah.
That's
But,
awesome.
Yeah.
And we allow our peewees to be double. Like if Aiden wanted to ride in the saddle in front of me, that's okay. You can lead them on a horse because that is a really big pattern and I have ran it.
Yeah.
Or if you have like a peewee that is older or just a little bit more into the ability, they can run on their own.
Yeah.
We don't really put a time limit or a speed limit on our peewees. They're just literally there to have fun and just kind of keep the barrel racing, the rodeo legacy going and alive.
Yeah.
And they're just so cute.
And Mark, did you want to?
Well, I was going to just follow up on that. You talked about the ground, and Dave Hansma and his crew at Claire's Home do a phenomenal job.
Taco.
The,
Taco.
The biggest question, is that super fast ground where we had some sub 16 times last
that
year.
was amazing.
Is the guru, Mr. Taco Hansma, going to be on the tractor again this year?
As long as
Absolutely.
he is around and as much bribing as I possibly have to
Perfect.
do, Taco will be behind that wheel.
That's what the inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we could have a different tractor driver for the senior and the youth, but we want the same tractor driver both days for the open sort of thing. You know, like he can do it all, but you know, like it's a long 2 days. So that's my only stipulation. You know, like I don't want Taco today and Joe tomorrow kind of thing. I want Taco today and I want Taco tomorrow for the open, or you know, whatever kind of thing. So, or Joe and Joe, but Taco's my
Taco
man.
and Dave definitely have this innate ability to read the ground and just know water and direction and all of that. And of course, like our volunteers that help with like the barrel setups and takedowns and everything, there's just so many moving parts to 3 barrels that you kind of will just blow your mind.
Yeah. No, that's why
Yeah.
I made the comment earlier. It's a well-oiled machine, and for us, like it was just kind of like, oh my goodness, this moves so fast, you know. And like there go 5, and they're dragging, and we're on to the next one. And I know like Eric, who does so much of the switching behind the scenes, and he's facilitating everything that we're doing with the XTV. I mean, there's just no break; it just goes, and then you get the long drag after every. I don't
50.
after every 50 and you can catch your breath for a moment, but here it comes again and it just goes. But it's great. It's exciting. You know, for a lot of our listeners on our podcast, they are, you know, starting in the reining side, and we've got lots of other disciplines who tune in as well. But I want to dispel a myth, because, you know, one of the reasons that we weren't in the barrel race world earlier is because we had been scared away. We had been told barrel racers
should
are
have
crazy.
Yeah.
That's not true.
I
That is
can
not
confirm.
true.
But we're a different kind of crazy. We get on a horse that is going literal mock chicken,
Yeah.
turning on a dime, holding on, kicking, spurring, and then
Sitting,
sitting
looking.
sit, look, turn, kick,
There's lots of instructions.
Yeah.
and then hoping to gosh that they stop
Yeah.
and you're still in the saddle by the end of it.
Is the rush the ride? Is it the time that, you know, I can do a little bit better? Like, what do you think? It might be both, or it might be
It's
more.
a little bit of everything. For me, it's personal bests.
Yeah.
Right? Claire's home has really great consistent ground. So you know that if you're even that like 0.001 faster than you were the day before, that it's you and your horse. The ground stays great. But your horse is just getting that much better. It's a nice big pattern. You can do all of the things, get that chance to really perfect it. But for me, that's what it is. And just being able to get in that alley, roll your shoulders back, smile, and just work with your team.
Yeah. Awesome.
Mine is to be on when I start and on when I stop.
As Ron Anderson likes to say, please remain seated for the entire performance.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
Well, so for what is entry into barrel racing like for someone who maybe has been a reiner for many years or maybe only a few years? Like, is it an industry? Like, obviously you need a fast horse, but with the D system and that, like, what do you see new people coming in and trying it? What are the point of entries there?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, just enter up, you know, like you have, we have a couple girls that come like to my, like just winter jackpots and stuff, and they're just loping their horses, or, you know, like high loping their horses. And there's a couple that come, I don't know if they're just beginner barrel racers or they're just starting a horse or whatever, but, and then, and I'm trying to think of the girl's name. She's actually a reiner. She was barrel racing a couple weeks ago at Claire's home at my jackpot. She says, I've never done this before.
Oh, cool. I'd love to know who that was.
Yeah,
You don't have to think
Armstrong is her last name. I'm pretty sure she's a reiner. But anyway, she says, my sister barrel races, but I don't. And
Yeah.
so she entered up, and just because she was there there in Claresholm, and so it was good to see. But you know, just enter up. You know, like you have to start somewhere, and I feel that the girls that come to my jackpots are very welcoming.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the southern and central Alberta jackpot producers are looking for those people to come in, because like you're only as good as your competition, and just seeing it grow. We now have barrel racing jackpots, we have breakaway jackpots, we have pole bending jackpots that like have been started popping up. So there's more and more for a cowgirl to do. But find yourself those people in the crowds that are cheering on everybody, and just surround yourself with that. We might bite, but I'm pretty sure we've all been checked for rabies, so you should be okay. But for the people in the reining industry, at the end of the day, it's all horsemanship.
Yeah.
There's so many different things that you learn in a reining practice pen that you can put to work in your barrel practice pen. At the end of the day, horsemanship and sportsmanship is pretty much universal across the equine industry.
And that's so great too, because one of our team is Danny Waite, and so she grew up and did barrel racing in Alberta. She's now in BC, but you know, she didn't have any exposure to reining. And so the first event that she came in and did video for us was up in Prince George. And, you know, I just, you know, you think about the speed and the pace that we had learned is happening in barrel racing. And it's like, will this, you know, be something that engages her? And she was fascinated by it. And she was just so excited about, you talk about the horsemanship and some of the things they're asking the horses to do. And she said, I think I'm going to teach my barrel racer how to do some of these things, you know. What's different, and I've talked about it, you know, this year on some of the podcast episodes already, as a barrel racer participant, you have so many opportunities to go ride, show, and enjoy your horse. Like, how many times would you guess the average barrel racer is on a Saturday or a Sunday is going out and getting to enjoy their horse throughout the season? I mean,
There's got to be a jackpot or a rodeo every weekend.
I was going to say in 2025, 26 winter, it's been amazing. So you could ride every day. There's really, you know, but there's Claresholm is pretty busy. Like there's, I think, pretty much a barrel racing every weekend. Leanne Stav has a ABRA jackpots, and then I have a one a month in Claresholm, Fort McLeod.
yeah, winter might be a good time for people who are thinking like, I want to get started. To
Absolutely.
you know,
You get a lot of the pro barrel racers and the futurity barrel racers that are getting their young ones started. We have the Krakow jackpot November 1st? 15th. So any of the horses that are just starting their futurity year, that's when you're going to see all of these professional barrel racers with super green horses. And like I had a futurity horse myself, and it is humbling. Absolutely it is. And so being able to
how old is
watch
is it 4 or is it 3?
It's 4 or 5.
4 or 5. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just 1 year though, and then you can derby till they're 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the same in the roping as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Not sure about the
Not
roping.
sure about that.
I think they're 4 and 5 year olds
think
too,
so.
but don't quote me on that. I might be wrong.
It doesn't have to be, but like typically in the reining cutting cow horse, where that futurity title is going to the 3-year-olds, and those horses are very young, and you know, especially with a more challenging environment here in Canada and Alberta, getting those horses ready at 3 is it's you know,
it's
not a lot of
not
time.
easy. Yeah.
No, I'm wondering, as far as, again, I'm asking these questions like as if I'm gonna try barrel racing. It's not all women,
Put you
right?
on a horse.
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely I'm not ready for that. So no, not gonna do it. But no, again, like just making comparisons across the industries and that. I mean, when we put on an NRHA show, the vast majority, with the exception of a small few, the non-pro greens, rookies, they're coming with a trainer to that show But that doesn't happen. Like you're not requiring a trainer in barrel racing. A lot of, like, what percentage of the competitors are there on their own or with their friends, but they're not being trained on it. Is that accurate?
I would say probably about 80% of the girls are on their own.
Yeah.
Like they may ride with somebody at home or whatever, but they don't haul with a trainer. Like,
Yeah, not in the jackpot scene. The futurity scene, you'll get a few trainers that have
outside horses.
have outside horses or travel with a protege. I traveled around with Maxine McKenna for years and years and years, and that's where I got my start and my learning within the industry. But a lot of the barrel racers, a lot of the new up and comers, and even some of the ones that have been doing it for years, they just travel with a really great group, and everybody is supporting and coaching everybody. Like, hey, Mom, that was a really great run. Don't worry, speed will come.
It'll happen.
Yeah.
I think
approach.
maybe speed will come back. Okay, on your best day, who wins?
Me.
She won. She
Right
was
now.
faster. She got it.
There was a Bow Island jackpot that I did beat you.
And Pasco, Washington.
Oh, in Pasco, Washington.
That came up on Facebook here not too long ago. The look I have when I beat my mom at Pasco, Washington.
Yeah.
I love that.
We both have some pretty nice horses. Randal has a Crime Wave mare, and I have a Zanpar bar. And they're both 23 years old this year.
Yeah.
But they were both pretty tough. And, I
Pretty neck and neck throughout.
yeah, if I beat her, if she beat me, kind of thing. But, like, I think both of us are each other's best supporters, kind of thing. Like,
No, we see that. I hope people who are watching and listening see and hear that as well. You've been, so fun to work with. We've only just come to know you, but I know you call us your besties. Mark and I argue about we can't both be your bestie, so we can be besties, I guess, plural. But Mark, did you have anything else that you wanted?
I can't take credit for this one. I have Expert who fed me a question. Danny would like to know what you guys think of current incentive programs in the barrel racing world.
Like the stallion incentives.
Yes.
And those, we haven't really been a super part of the incentive programs. Shania, my horse, is a Crime Wave mare, so she was able to enter
the CBHI.
the CBHI and get those extra side pots. Being able to enter a little bit of extra money is always a really great thing. I think every year you see a new stallion, a new up-and-comer. I can put money down that we're going to see a lot of Palominos over the next couple of years. I can't really think of any specific breeding that you'll see along those lines. I'm not very much it doesn't matter what's on the paper, it matters what's underneath you. It doesn't matter the truck and trailer you come in, it matters what you take out of it. Yeah. But that's only because my bank account's a little bit smaller. And
I think Danny's asking the question because we're going into year 3 of our reining incentive program that we created. And so we're going to be taking an opportunity this year to add some money that's going to be a team roping stakes that's related to our stallion incentive program. And it's something that we would love to grow and support, here in Canada to help the Canadian breeders. I mean, when we look at the reining incentive programs that are happening down south, the big ones, they're very cost prohibitive. Ours is run very differently than that. But it is something that I think, who knows, maybe that could become a part of what we do. We see it with Royal Crown because we've done the video for their 2 events last year and we're scheduled to do it again this year. But there's so many different ways to do it.
Yeah.
And so I can't say that I'm totally up to speed on how it's been done in the barrel racing, but even from a show production side of things, like to me, a good incentive program done well can very much support the industry, but it can also be that lifeblood of your event, because year over year sponsorship is tough, you know, and so then that can be the buffer of then what can keep your show going, I think, through those struggle years with that sponsorship side of things, or other costs that are associated with the event. Say your numbers are down, and like we had an event a couple of years back that you know, the S word strangles had gotten in the way, and it was a financial challenge. But I think if, you know, with the strong incentive program, that can really help you get through some of those tough times. So I'd be curious. I mean, we don't have Danny on here today, and I don't know if Danny fired you any more questions, Mark.
Yeah.
But she did. Okay. All right.
Well,
Here we
because
go.
I'd like to take credit for this because it would make me look like I know what I'm talking about. But Danny did feed me this one, and if you have any thoughts on current barrel racer Trisha Aldridge and her stud Adios Pantalones, anything to add on that?
Love the stud.
Yeah,
Love the stud.
great name.
Yeah. Great name.
That's my only comment.
Solid run. Entertaining to watch.
Yeah, she's Trisha is very I don't know how to. She's knows how to promote herself. How's that? You know, like, and I'm nothing against her. She's like definitely an extrovert.
She hasn't been on this podcast, so I mean, I think she's
Well,
missing out on an opportunity
there you go.
here to,
Yep,
to
there you
promote
go.
herself.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, Trisha, we're calling you out. You're the next one.
Yeah.
I'll get Danny to invite her.
Okay, perfect. I love the stud.
Yeah.
The stud has a lot of try, and Trisha is her own person. Mm-hmm. You know, like.
And there are some big personalities within the industry,
Yeah.
because I mean, as much as you know, I said I want to dispel the myth. Like, I'm sure there's some people, some personalities in the weeds out there that we haven't come to know yet. But our experience has been, like I said, that we've been very welcomed. I mean, you know, this podcast, the fact that we sit here and talk about things that we know absolutely nothing about, we bring
Me too.
But we bring a curious approach to it.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely,
and so. But it's been great because, you know, what has given us the confidence to do what we've done over the last 15 plus years is the welcoming nature of the different disciplines that we work in. And that's what you talked about, right? Where you
Yeah.
said, just come out, get on your horse and feel that you're being supported. And so, yeah, it's been so great to be a part of your event last year. We look forward because we'll have learned and hopefully make some adjustments to how we do our work this year, try to make it as good as possible. Keep that live stream entertaining. Of course, another joke that we have that maybe people in the barrel racing world aren't familiar with, but I'll just say that live streaming is hard in the environments that we work in is what makes it very challenging, whether that's the internet that's not there. I mean, you think about the dirty, dusty environment, and we're often running our cables like for that event, packing up and leaving. You know, and so when the live stream goes down, believe you know, the people who are watching, like, we know, and it kills us, and we're looking to get it back up immediately. But if anyone doesn't love our podcast, we always offer a full refund to the viewer. So
Good to know.
it's a free podcast.
Wait,
Did I just say
we're not
podcast?
getting paid for this?
I just blew my joke. It's true on the podcast, but on our live stream. Sorry, we offer full refunds to anyone who is not enjoying the live stream. But no, we just asked for patience because, you know, we had to learn a lot to be able to do such a fast-moving event. And then, yeah, some of the challenges that we face with the internet, but we have a great team behind us. You know, and if we're down and we don't know we're down, that's rare. But if people are just letting us know they're not mad, that feels great. And then we're back up and running. But no, we're excited to do your event this year. I mean, something that I think that we'll have a conversation after we stop chatting here today is also supporting you in that recognition and telling those stories of the memorial buckles and where they're coming from. Again, such a phenomenal concept, and I congratulate you on the 10 years that you've done. How many more years have you got?
We haven't discussed that.
Put you on the spot.
I enjoy doing it. I enjoy and with Randal and my niece Charity and Marnie and Rochelle Houle and Christy Heapy and the
Fitzpatrick's.
yeah,
Yeah.
Dan and Carly, and all the, our other volunteers that come out and help. We just,
Yeah, our sponsors.
sponsors. Last year, just a quick sponsor shout out.
Yeah.
Woody Saddles, they were amazing. They had their little trailer out the side there. Gray Horse, Dusty Henwood.
Dusty, yeah, we
Yep,
love
she's great.
I'm sure we love Woody Saddles too. We just don't know them yet.
Yeah,
we definitely we know Dusty really well, and we love Dusty. So.
DJ and Terrell Woodward are great people and really quite easy to get along with, and they have nice stuff. And then Louise Hoban and Dave Elliott, they make us up a bit, and last year they made us up a headstall to raffle off, and they're great supporters of the barrel racing world, and Snazzy Cowgirl.
Mom's outfit is from
Snazzy
Snazzy Cowgirl down in Clare's home.
Yeah, Troy Fisher Buckles, another sponsor, and
South Country Power.
South Country Power is our Pee Wee sponsors this year. Cowgirl Cover was our Pee Wee sponsors for the last 9 years, and she just feels this year is not for her, but that's good.
Yeah.
Kenzie's been so great for us. So anyway, and I'm hoping I didn't miss anybody, but those are our big sponsors.
Clare's Home Agriplex.
Clare's Home Agriplex,
we
of
love
course, yeah.
So that-
Dave and his team and Brother Taco and
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, if people are interested in following your show or learning more about it, social media, Facebook, you guys are.
Yeah, we have a Facebook page up and running, Angels Among Us Memorial Barrel Race. I'm trying to keep up on it. I dabbled a little bit in the Instagram, but it's only got one post. And then
It's your best one.
Thank you. Yeah, so that's where we keep everything up to date with all of our sponsors and how to get involved. Our entry form launches June 1st.
And the event runs.
And the event runs June 30th, July 1st, and then we have a warm-up jackpot on June 29th.
Yeah.
Times to be determined.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, fabulous. Have we missed anything? Is there any questions you would like us to ask you that we forgot to or didn't think of?
I can't really
This was-
think.
no.
Good. This is
We're
lots
pretty
of
good at this.
questions.
Which
Lots of
horse
really
are you most excited about right now? Either your own or somebody else's?
Dusty May's horse named Nacho.
Nacho.
Yes.
Nice.
Nacho horse auntie. Yeah,
It's Nacho Horse.
it's Nacho horse.
She is one of the cutest little barrel racers you'll ever see, but she's one of our Pee-wees. But anyway, I love all the Pee-wees. Yeah, they just make the show.
And seeing Mom back up on Chance barrel racing, she let me borrow her last year. So
I don't know.
if Alex will let you.
Yeah, she's now Alex and Aiden's horse. But I just want to say thank you so much to Exhibition for everything, like the live feed last year and this podcast today. Like,
Yeah, it all started with one little Facebook message going, "Hey, what are you doing on July 1st?"
Well, I think it started because we just, we were getting into something that we felt like we had no idea about. And then we needed to come to, your winter series shows so that we could learn, and you let us come and we cut our teeth and we figured out a bunch of stuff. And I feel like that helped us in a big way. But we truly love this, and I think that is what people find out when they work with us or they hire us. We consider it such a privilege because we don't ride horses, and maybe one day we will, but with every passing year that does become less likely. But the people, we love the people. We appreciate the animals. We appreciate how special they are, that they're the friends of the competitors who are with them, and some of the emotions in that, like it really it doesn't feel like work on a lot of days. You know, there are hard days, the long ones,
Exactly,
and all of that. But no, on a lot of days it doesn't. So you guys have welcomed us in, and we're happy to be there to support you in any way that we can. You know, if any future guests want to come on and educate us more about either an event that they're running in the barrel racing side, or just, you know, talk about the industry. Danny's question, of course, about incentive programs and all of that. We're just an open book. We're very curious people, and we find our guests, you know, they're very curious, and so they love that we'll have another episode here, and they'll get to hear a side that maybe they didn't know about, and who knows, maybe you'll have some more competitors showing up at your events and saying, hey, you know, we heard we should come, and here we are. Should I turn left or right first? Where should I go? And it doesn't matter, right? You can go either way.
Either way.
As long as you hit the barrel at the other end last, you're pretty much good to go.
No, you don't hit it. Go around.
Around it, yes.
Okay, I got another question. I know we're going a little long here, but I'm just curious, you know, like, you know, the first barrel that goes down, you hear the, oh, and there's that level of disappointment. Then when the second barrel goes down, there's less of a disappointment. At that point in time, are we excited for a strike where they knock down all three?
Hat trick.
Hat trick.
Yes.
Yes.
Legend has it that if you take all 3 barrels down, there is a case of beer waiting for you at the trailer.
For me, though, not for you. If you take all 3 barrels, the case is for me, not for you.
Oh, it's a penalty, not a reward.
Yeah.
Oh, this
yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it does. If we're being honest, I mean, it keeps us entertained when we're in there going through the runs and we're looking for the hat trick. And, you know, because at that point in time, you're done, right? Like 2 barrels are gone. Like, I guess on the first barrel down.
First barrel, because in a jackpot, it's actually a no time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In a
within
rodeo,
our-
it's a +5,
yeah.
but in the jackpot, because of the divisions, it is a no time.
But either one, that 5
Yeah,
seconds,
5
it's,
seconds.
you're
Well,
done, right?
So a funny story: when Randall was little, she had a
This is
little
good.
a little buckskin pony named Lucy, and hated Lucy, but she loved Lucy. Lucy, she thought she was the best. So anyway, she'd go in and she'd hit a barrel, and you'd watch Randall, and she'd be riding harder and harder and over and undering and everything. And I said, well, you hit the barrel, why'd you go so hard? She said, I had to make up that 5 seconds.
Just take a shortcut.
That's
what
a
I would do.
chance.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Balls to the walls, Newt.
So, I mean, there's such an opportunity here. So what I'm hearing is if I were you, you'd say, I love Lucy. Is that what you did?
I do love Lucy, yeah.
Lucy.
She
Yeah.
bit me.
You
She had nudged
deserved
me.
it.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Randall said that she bites too, so I don't know. Has she bit you
Yeah.
here? Is this something that we
Yeah.
need to be
No.
concerned about? Well, thank you, Mark, and thank you, Danny, for joining in on part of the conversation. Of course, you know, if Danny wasn't out in BC, then we'd have her in here because she can ask questions as someone who knows the industry much better than we do. But thank you for coming and being our guest today. It's really been a pleasure. Good luck with your event this year.
you.
I hope it's the biggest, best event that you've ever had. Not too big.
Not
Are you
too
gonna
big.
have a soft cap again?
Yeah.
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 We haven't
Well, there-
discussed it yet, but
Yeah. Well, for the people at home, then you heard it. Like, you know, when that entry comes out, don't miss it. Be one of those 400 that make the cut and come and enjoy the Angels Among Us Memorial Barrel Race coming up later this year.
yeah. Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies, very much. Thank you very much.